Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about the third prose, two stories about flying. Here the two stories are, first one is his first flight, second one is the black aeroplane. First we will see about the author. His first flight by Liam O'Flaherty. Liam O'Flaherty was an Irish novelist and short story writer. He was born on 28 August 1896. He was born in a remote village of Cartnacappal in Galway. In 1908, he went to Rockwell College. He became a popular literary figure with his best-selling novel, The Informer. The next novel, Return of the Brute, was also a great success. Then, theme of the story. His first flight is a story of hesitation, trial and error, and finally getting success in the end. It is an interesting story of a hesitant and timid seagull learning the art of flying. While his two brothers and sister had already learned flying, his fear and hesitation stopped him from doing so. His diving at the fish due to the hunger proved a blessing in disguise. Then, first chapter, his first flight. Here, his refers to the young seagull. The seagull is a seabird. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. The young seabird was alone on the ledge. Ledge means a narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. His sisters and brothers had already flown away. He had been afraid to fly with them, but the young seagull is afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. Somehow, the young seagull little ran forward to the brink means corner of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings. He became very afraid. The great expanse of a sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. The seagull saw the sea beneath means below his, but it was a way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would never support him, so he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. The young seagull thought that his wings didn't support him, so he always bent his head and ran away and back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings, and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. He compared with the wings of their brothers and sisters, but the young seagull's wings are longer than them. They flapped their wings and flew away, but the young seagull mustered up means gather. He gathered courage to take the plunge. Plunge means to take the risk. So he appeared him to desperate. Desperate means restless. That is, his father and mother had come around calling to him shrilly. At that time, the young seagull's parents had come around him. They asked about to fly with them. Here, once again I repeat the meaning. Ledge means a narrow horizontal shelf projecting from a wall or a cliff. Beneath means below. Brink means corner. Muster up means gather. Plunge means to take the risk. Desperate means reckless. Then we'll go to the next page. Calling him to shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. Here, shrilly means in a sharp and unpleasant voice. Upbraiding means scolding. Starve means die of hunger. Their parents calling and they are scolding him and then threatening to die of hunger on his ledge unless he flew away. But for the life of him, he could not move. But he didn't move. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. After 24 hours, nobody, that is the family members of the young seagull, hadn't come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. Here, skim means to move lightly just above the surface. Dive means to jump into the water. Their parents taught to the kids how to skim and how to dive. He had, in fact, seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it standing on a rock while his parents circled around raising a proud cackle. Here, proud cackle means unpleasant voice. Devour means eat away. Herring means a kind of fish. That is, the young seagull had in fact seen his older brother catch his first kind of fish and devour it, that is, eat away, standing on a rock while his parents circled around and raising a unpleasant voice. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. Cowardice means lack of courage. Cliff means steep rock. Taunting means teasing. Plateau means a large high area of flat land. And all the morning, the whole family, that is the seagull's family, had walked about the large high area of flat land and in a steep rock and teasing the young seagull's lack of courage, that is, young seagull's cowardice. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. The young seagull didn't take any food from the previous night, so he felt very much the heat. He stepped slowly out of the brink of the ledge and standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing, he closed one eye, then the other. He moved slowly and do these actions and pretended to be falling asleep. Still, they took no notice of him, but their family members didn't notice him. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying in the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. His brothers and sisters are dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Preening means making an effort to maintain feathers. His father is maintaining his feathers. Only his mother was looking at him as your mother, as like your mother. The mother only looking the young seagull. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now and again she tore a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. She is sharpening her beak. That is, she sharpening her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear the way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. Wet means sharpen. The sight of the food maddened the young seagull, and how he loved to tear the food that way, scraping his beak now and again to sharpen it. Ga, 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 he cried, begging her to bring him some food. The young seagull is begging her to bring him some food. Ga, ha, ah, he screamed back derisively. But he kept calling plaintively, and after a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream. Plaintively means sorrowfully. But the young seagull kept calling sorrowfully, and after a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream. Now it is changed into a joyful scream because his mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him with it. Because he saw his mother had picked up a piece of the fish and she was flying across to him with the piece of the fish. So he leaned out eagerly. Here, once again I repeat the meanings of some words. Preening means making an effort to maintain feathers. Whet means to sharpen. Derisively means in a manner showing someone that she or he is stupid. Now the young seagull is awaiting for the piece of a fish from her mother. But what happened next? We will see. He leaned out. Leaned out means bent. Leaned out means bent. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. Plaintively means sorrowfully. Whet means to sharpen. Preening means making an effort to maintain feather. Here, leaned out means bent. Tapping means beating lightly. Trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. Here halted means stopped. Motionless means silent. That is, the seagull's mother, when she was just opposite to him, she stopped, her wings silent, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she didn't come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. That is, the young seagull is surprising why his mother didn't come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. Outwards and downwards means upwards and downwards. Then a monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. He could hear nothing. The young seagull couldn't hear anything, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outwards. The wind rushed against his braced feathers and then under his stomach and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. Soaring means flying upward. He was flying upward and downward gradually. He was no longer afraid. That is, the young seagulls no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Dizzy means an uncomfortable feeling. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Ga, 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 ga ga ga, ga ha. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. Then he answered her with another scream. The young seagull also answered with his another scream. Then his father flew over him, screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. Curveting means leaping like a horse. Banking means flying with one wing higher than the other. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly and commanded himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. Here commanded means praised. Shrieking means screaming. The young seagull completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. He praised himself to dive and soar and curve and screaming shrilly. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight out over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. Ridges means mountain ranges. Then cawed means made a cackling sound. Amusedly means happily. Now the young seagull was very happy. He saw the mountain ranges moving over it and turned his beak sideways and made a cackling sound very happily. Here, dizzy means an uncomfortable feeling of spinning around or losing one's balance. Curveting means leaping like a horse. Banking means flying with one wing higher than the other. Then soaring means flying upwards. Tapping means beating lightly. Halted means stop. Motionless means silent. Wondering means surprising. Then shrieking means screaming. Then commended means praised. Cawed means make a cackling sound. Amusedly means very happily. Now the young seagull was very happy because he knows how to swim in the sea, and also he catches the little fish. So she was very happy. Then we will see the next paragraph. His parents and his brothers and sister had landed on the green flooring ahead of him. Landed on means came down. Ahead means forward. Their whole family, that is his parents, brothers and sister, came down to the green flooring forward of him. They were beckoning to him. Beckoning means signaling, calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. The young seagull tried to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise, exhausted. That is, the young seagull is screamed with frightening and attempted to rise again with flapping his wings. But he was very tired because in the previous day itself he didn't eat anything. So he exhausted. Exhausted means tired badly by strange exercise. Strange means unfamiliar exercise. His feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no farther. That is, belly means abdomen touched it and sank no farther. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. While he was floating, the whole family, that is, his parents and brothers, sisters, all surprising means applauded and give offering a pieces of dogfish. He had made his first flight. Then main points of the story. The young seagull was sitting alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sister had already learned how to fly a day before. The young seagull was hesitant and afraid of flying. He thought that his wings would not support him. His parents, brothers, and sister regularly taunted him for his cowardice. He saw his mother holding a piece of fish in her beak. The next. Maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. He was seized with terror. His wings were cutting through the air, and he was not falling headlong now. Then he completely forgot that he had never flown before. Now he was flying over the sea. He was floating on the sea, and his family was praising him, offering him pieces of fish. Then, students, today's homework is try to answer the following question answer. The answers we will discuss in the classroom. Thank you, students. Please try to answer the following question. Read the lessons thoroughly and carefully. Totally 7 questions are there. You have to answer for these questions. This is today's homework. Thank you, students.